Good morning, Flosstube. Lisa here at Shady Tree Stitches, joining you for Flosstube Season 5, Episode 7. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a video where I talk about my cross-stitching progress, and I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time to join me. So grab your stitching, grab a cuppa, and sit back and hopefully enjoy. And if you do enjoy, please like, subscribe, share. We're only 50 people off getting to that magical 1,000 number, and we really appreciate all our subscribers for taking the time to watch us. All right, this is not your usual floss tube. It's a regular floss tube in an irregular format because I am doing it a bit vlog style at the moment because I am in the middle of doing a Whip Warriors event. So I'm actually going to start in reverse order with my haul. Or should, as I think I'd like to say now, I like the word stash acquisition. So I'm going to start with the stash acquisition. And first up, I've got my my beautiful threads of the month from Stitch in Time. And so we've got Weeks Dye Works colours. These are all letter M's. Merlot, Merlin, Meredith something, Meadow, Mauve, and Mascara. So really nice to have some Weeks Dye Works getting down to letter M. We've got the Classic Colourworks collection, and these are all P's. And my Gentle Arts, this seems a bit of a mix because I can see an M and an R. But they're very, it's quite interesting, like how similar are those? I know they're different, but similar sort of colourways. Anyway, it's just luck of the draw. So I would like to give a shout out to A Stitch in Time. She's in Tasmania. Carolyn is fantastic. And Carolyn is a fantastic LNS for the Australian market. So if you want an actual LNS, I'm going down next month to see the shop and go to her Christmas in July retreat. So there's a shout out to A Stitch in Time. Also, shout out to my favourite supplier, which is JK's Cross Stitching Supplies. And I got from Janet a huge 310. It's approximately 2,100 meters of black, 310. So I'm not going to run out of black anytime soon. So thank you so much, Janet, for the opportunity to get that. Now I also was, I've reset up my setup, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. As I said, a bit of an unusual floss tube. But to help with that, I was on Zoom talking to my friend Laura in Texas, and she suggested that I got this tablet holder, see the ending on it, to fit around my Lowry. So I will attach that to the Lowry when I show you, but the idea is to have it nice and close because my other tablet stand, which is on a music stand, which is what you're currently being filmed on, sits a bit further away, and when I've got the computer up for zooming and a big frame or something, it's just a bit hard to wrangle. So this one brings it closer, and it's got the round edge, so that bit there actually fits perfectly well onto the Lowry. So then it will end up sitting basically, end up sitting right here in front of me. So this is my regular stitchy spot that I'm filming in today, out in the family room where I can keep an eye on things. And so that's where I am. Where I like to have everything set up. So there you go. You can see the frame. But it's annoying being in the picture, so I'll just move it out of the way. The other thing I bought is from, actually from Temu, the Temu app. The Temu app's got lots of cheap things from who knows where. And what I found was actually a set of stickers for DMC. And what's really cool, as you can see down the bottom, they've actually got colours. So I'm currently reformatting my master set, and I'm reformatting it onto, I think I showed you these a few weeks ago. I found these little key rings, and so see how I've been writing the numbers on, but I thought I could stick the stickers on too. And what I like about this particular key ring is it's got a big hole at the end. Because I was previously using the cardboard floss drops, which are great for projects, but for a master set where you keep grabbing, the cardboard does wear off after time. So I wanted a plastic alternative, and I would have loved Pip and Chip. They look fantastic. but they're just a bit out of my price range. So yeah, so I thought that I could add these stickers to my little floss drops, and that would be super cute. The other thing I bought, it's been a bit of a week for splurging, is a new tablet. So just a tablet for my pattern keeper. Look at the beautiful day outside. Yeah, look at that. Glorious winter's day here in Australia. And what I got, this one is a Lenovo. So I can't read the model, but it's basically, it has a 512 gigs in it. So that was in my price range. So for Australian people, that was from, I actually got it from Amazon. Oh, did I get it from Amazon? No, I got it from Bing Lee. Bing Lee was a little bit cheaper, but Bing Lee, Amazon, and Officeworks all had this particular model for about $240. So I wanted to upgrade for my pattern keeper, and I'm toying with the idea of putting on Markup XP for my non-pattern keeper projects. So that is my stash acquisition, people. So what's going to happen in the rest of the video is I'm going to pop in and out and show you my progress for the week, and then I'll merge it all together at the end. Lots of editing this week, and I will get back to you there. Thank you. Okay everyone, this is a bit different this week because I'm going to be jutting in with these little short snippets again for the weekend, because it is the whip riff off on Whip Warriors, and that's where you take a whip, link it to the starting word, do the required numbers of stitches, and then you link it to another whip. So this time we're doing it a bit differently to make it so that it's more engaging for everyone. You can do time or counting, and I'm still doing counting because I like counting. You can do the code word was fun. It's not a code word you have to put on the front of the piece, but it's just that you have to link the topic to fun. So I made some fun levels to do with Australian myth lore, and so you've got the bunyip. Bunyip is 100 stitches or 1 hour per whip. Then you go to the yowie. No, not the yowie, the drop bear. The drop bear is 200 stitches or 2 hours, and then you go to the yowie, and the yowie is 500 stitches or 5 hours. So I am doing the yowie level because I want to get some decent progress done on my whips, and I want to show you my first one. My first whip was Castle Homecoming from Frosted Pumpkin. I can't see where it is. I think that's showing me where it is. And that is where I am up to now. I'm very excited to almost be through the first clue. The second clue dropped today. So 500 stitches, it's fun. Being in a parade at a dance is fun. So that is my link. So I have started with that, and I have done the 500 stitches on the Castle Homecoming as my first whip. Now I've got to try and work out what I'm going to link my next whip to this one to be. And you will have to wait and see. All right, whip number 2 for the riff off is a new start and a model stitch for me. It's a whole new series that I'm toying with, so it's just a bit of a practice at the moment, and I haven't done much, but it's, here it is. That's actually a kangaroo, but doesn't he look like a deer at the moment? He looks, in fact, he looks to me like a person who is, it's like one of those big woolen hoods with a deer face and antlers, and then like hanging down the side of your head is a paw. That's what it looks like to me, but that's not what it is at all. It's actually a kangaroo, and this is on a piece of Misty by the looks of it from Paddock Lane Design. It's just a plain grey, and just so you know, that kangaroo has been stitched in Echo by Cottage Garden Threads. So another shout out to another fantastic Australian company, Cottage Garden Threads, hand dyed threads. So that whip there got just over 500 stitches, so I'm ready to roll into whip number 3. That one linked to the first one because I'm trying to think what the link was. Nope, I can't think of the link. I'll have to tell you next time. All right, so Whip number 3 links to whip number 2 because it's another one of my model stitches, and this is from my new bee series, and this one is called Bee Hippie. So that's how much I got done. It's 754 stitches because it was nearly bedtime and I was having fun, so Debbie convinced me to do a bit extra on it instead of starting a new one. So it's the second one in my trio of bee ones. I remembered the first one, my link to my second one through the animals, because a unicorn in the first one is an animal and the kangaroo in the second one is an animal. All right, so this was whip number 3. I'm moving on to whip number 4 now, which is going to link through the actual bees. Okay, I'm falling a bit behind in showing you. That's sort of why I don't like the vlog style. But anyway, I did 500 and something stitches on Have Bee Leaf. So you can see we've got bees happening. I've got to add their wings, and we've got the leaves happening. So this series is all just a fun play on the word bees. So Have Belief, and that linked to the previous one because they both had bees on them. Then I linked to another sal, which is the Greenhouse of Oddity sal, and by Lola Crow. They both had plants in them, and I did all the work on the top of the 524 stitches on the top of the greenhouse. So as you can see, I've started planting one. Now, all of this is basically planted now, so I've got a lot of catching up to do on it, but at least the top of my greenhouse in black is done now. And I was very excited on my new tablet to put it in Pattern Keeper, and geez, that was so much easier. So that's a winner. So from here, my plans for the week are to keep working on trying to get finishes. I will be merging to Ariel next. I've just got to do the top part of Ariel. This is the bottom of her dress, and this is on my list of ones I'd like to finish this month. So my goal is to get that one finished and then go back to those 3 model stitches and get them finished too. So that's what I plan to be stitching on for the rest of June. That will then leave me with only 7 of my original want to finish whips left to finish. And so I think realistically it's going to take me the rest of the year to get them done, but I'm going to just keep trying, and I'm going to get myself down to those 50 whips by the end of the year, and then I'm not going to let myself get above 50 whips. So if I want to start a whip, I'm going to have to finish at least one. I want to start some slots. I want to get some slots to do some tissue boxing, and as I said, having some ideas towards my 55th year, do something special then. So I need to make sure I've got room to do it, but I don't want to get above 50 whips again, and I'd be happy to get down lower too, but yeah, no more. That's just ridiculous. So that's where I'm at, people. So thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I know it's been a bit haphazard with me coming and going. As I said, my goal for the rest of this week is to get those finishes done. I'm then heading out on a cruise to far north Queensland. I'm going to Cairns, Airlie Beach and the Whitsunday Islands with my friend Jo, who is the person who actually taught me to cross stitch. So we're going to have a nice cross stitch cruise. So I will get a cruise video ready for you to show you that, because we're going on a P&O encounter, I think, or explorer, I forget which one. I'll know when I get on it, leaving from Brisbane. So really looking forward to that trip and to giving you a tour of that ship, as well as showing you what stitching I get up to while I'm there. It does mean that I'm not around for the start of the month, so if you are someone who likes to watch our regular monthly challenge updates, I'm not available to do it, and Laurie's busy as well, so there will be no update in July. Sorry about that. You'll have to just use your brain and work it out yourselves. Hopefully we'll be back for August. But there is, lots of things are happening in the cross-stitching world. So get involved, have fun, and until I see you next time, happy stitching, everyone. So here's a quick view of my stitching spot. Sitting in front of us on the chair is Zoe. I look right at the kitchen so that I can supervise the kids, and in particular the fridge and pantry. Then going across the family room, door to front, there's Dudley. He's sitting with me in front of the heater. Got the TV, fish tank. And then coming around this way, we have my stitchy setup. So I have my Lowry, I have a magnifying light, and I leave this set up. So they're my glasses that I always use, little Orchard. And it's my master set. So I've got a new way of doing my master set. I've got a different type of trouser hanger, and I've attached a split ring to the trouser hanger with about five key rings on each to make it so that you can get to the threads. And if I lift these up, you can see there's different layers, so I can just lift them up and find the numbers. So I'm hoping that will work well. And then my side table has my computer, my next whip, my earphones, the all important Diet Coke, and a nice view outside of my pool. So there you are, people. That is my beautiful stitchy spot. Okay guys, it's now time for the regular whip portion of this really unusual floss tube. Since I last filmed, I've decided I'm going to actually post this on the 30th, so it'll be at the end of the month because I'll have a cruise special coming up. So I won't have my monthly totals until I do that. But since I last filmed with Jenny at the retreat, I have done a lot of stitches. I have done 8,674 stitches, which is not shabby at all. Makes me very happy. So I've stitched on a few other projects that I managed to fit into the Whip Warriors Riff Off weekend, and I want to show them with you now. So I have been doing a lot of work on the Nutcracker, continuing to stitch on that as my sal each week for the daily 30 sal. So it's just not on film with me without yawning. I don't yawn at all until I talk in floss tubes. Do any of the rest of you have that problem? Must be to do with me talking a lot and not having, but I talk all the time when I'm around friends and I don't yawn all the time. I don't know what it is, so I apologize for the yawns, but that's the way it is. All right, so I have done another 900 stitches on my Nutcracker, and you can see I've got that second house in the bottom done. So it's totally done, which is really good. And then tonight I moved across and I've been working on this bit of snow here to finish off that row, and well, not quite finish it because I think there's another house, but do the next house. So I'm aiming to get 300 stitches done on this. And the good thing about that is that when I finish the 300 stitches, I'm already over 100, but I wanted to do this little bit of filming while I had no kids annoying me, is that I will be posting my finish in the Whip Warriors Stitch Chicken. So whoever it is who posts their finish immediately before I post my finish to change my whip, they win a prize. So it's been going all day today and I haven't posted yet. So who knows how it's going to land? You just never know when I'm stitching. All right, so that is my Nutcracker. Other whip that I did a lot of work on was my Halloween. And the before and after in this is going to really show just how much work I've done on it. So we put up the before and here's the after. Look at that. We've actually got our two little people. We've got the cat fully done almost up for his eyes. Ghost is done, the bats. Working on this cloud and filling in this black lace up the top. So I did have this on my goals to try and finish in the month of June. That's not going to happen, but we'll keep working on it and see how close we can get in July. I also stitched on Savannah's Curtsy, and Savannah's, I only did about 500 stitches, but again that makes for a nice improvement on the way she's looking. So Savannah actually looks like she's curtsying now. I did 500 stitches on white over here on this side. So she's starting to look really beautiful. So again, she's going to continue to get worked on. My hope is that I can get her finished before I go to the Mirabilia retreat next February. Okay, so that is what else I have stitched on. And the only other one that I have stitched on a lot is Ariel. And Ariel is very much work in progress, but I'm trying to get her finished this month. So I had like most of the black done, but I've been working on all this filling in of the dress, and all the bottom dress is finished. So Ariel has been getting lots of love, and she's the one who hopefully will get finished this term. So that is all my stitching, friends. Lots of stitching, lots of fun, lots of variety. I know the new Whip Go numbers have been called, and this month is the month that she's called 3 numbers for July. So I know that number 13 is in there as well as 2 other numbers, but I'll tell you more about them next video when I know what I'm doing as far as plans. As far as immediate plans, in my Nutcracker, as I said, there's the one I'm doing tonight. It's the Arabian Coffee Shop. So that's my plan for the night, is to get that 300 stitches done on that, and then jump back to Ariel and see how much I can get done on her. I've got just tomorrow to go for the month, so I don't think she's going to get done, but we'll see. All right, quick bit of Paddock Lane Designs news. I'm really excited that I am launching a new range of products when I get back from my cruise next week, and they are Stitchy journal products. I have my samples here. They've got this big thing across the middle. The real ones don't have that. This one is just a cross-stitch journal, and it's basically your companion on the creative journey, offering a sanctuary for your imagination to blossom as your needle weaves its magic. This is a simple journal, just designed for you to record whatever you want on the day. So if you're someone who just likes to do normal journaling, this is a journal with a stitchy theme. Every page is the same, and you can write the date down and what you stitched, what you started, what you finished, whatever you want. So that is my stitchy journal. And then I've also decided, I'm going to change the cover on this because I'm not happy. This is a proof. I'm really happy with the back cover. See, doesn't that look really good? Should show you the back cover. Piece of my fabric. And anyway, cross stitch monthly journal. It's going to have my koala, Katie Koala as Cole on the front. And this one is designed the way I like a journal. This is for the serious stitcher who likes to plan. So it's got space on the front for your project list and yearly goals. I even put in a Whip Go board, so you put your yearly Whip Go board in there. And then each month starts with this double page for planning. So you can write your stitch count, you can write your goals, you can write your stitch counts for each week. And then each week has a space for your projects and your progress each day. So that is what I've designed, and it goes all the way through to December. There's an extra note page at the end of each month, and I purposely designed this one as a non-dated one so that you can use it, you can start it whenever you want, you can use it for whatever year, and it's really for helping people who want to do their planning. And there's a third one in the pipeline, and that is a project organizer, and that's one where you get to list all your projects, so, you know, the fabrics, the designers, when you start on it, and it's got a like a sort of a spaces where you can write when you work on it, progress, sort of things like that. So that will be the third one in the series. So I'm super excited to be launching them when I get back from my cruise. So about the 10th of January, look out. January. Oh, what am I doing? July. It's the middle of the year. 10th of July, they will become available on my website, paddocklandedesigns.com. So please do check that out. All right, my goal while I'm on the cruise, I've got some model stitches to finish. I've got the ones that you've seen, the 3 that you saw me stitch on in the frenzy earlier in this video, plus a secret model stitch that I am doing as the exclusive for the Stitching the Mountains retreat in October. And then I've got to get ready because August is a huge month for me business-wise. I've got the daisy chain stitching retreat towards the end of the month. which is local to here, where I'm a stall holder as well as participant, and also the my first foray into the online needlework marketplace. So I've got to get everything set up for that. Anyway, more about that as it gets closer. I will be back tomorrow, I think, to show you my progress, or if I get a finish. Oh, there's another whip, sorry. My progress if I do get a finish. Otherwise, this may be it. But once upon a fairy tale. I don't think I showed you this last time. I think this is since I filmed. And I was working in the greens. I did all the green up here and a whole bunch of green. I did 1,011 stitches. This was a whip go call, and this piece now has had its whip go calls 3 times. So it now gets to go away until next year, which is very sad, but my BAPs need to have the love shared around. So that's really good progress. And again, for anyone who hasn't watched me before, I started on the left-hand side of the 3rd shelf of Once Upon a Fairy Tale. You can see the archer there. And now we're starting to get this sort of wizardy creature here. So that's where I'm at too. All right, friends. As I said, I might be back, I might not, but if I'm not back, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. We're just, getting so close to that magical 1,000. So please, please, please like, subscribe, share the news. If you like what you see, let people know so that we can spread the joy of cross-stitching further afield. Thanks, everyone.